Hey guys, this is Ryan from DoHardMoney.com coming to you with a question of the day, a Just Ask Ryan. And today's question is, what is hard money? Now that may seem like a simple question, but there's quite a bit to it, and there's no question that's too simple. There's no stupid question. If you've got a question that you'd like to know about real estate investing, personal finance, money, please type it in the comments below, and I would be more than happy to answer it as a question of the day to get some answers for you and for anybody else that may be interested in that. So if you have a question, type it in the comments below, and let me take a crack at answering this. But let's talk about hard money, okay? So hard money is not hard to get. Hard money is actually very easy to get. The reason why it gets this name hard is because the loan is done against the hard assets, meaning the property itself is what's the primary driver if the loan should be given or not the individual that's going to be signing on the loan. You see, when you go to a bank, the bank's going to pull your credit and your background, and the bank's going to look at your income and look at your debts and look at your debt to income ratio. And they're going to say, does this guy or gal have the ability to continue to make payments? And what's the probability that they're going to be able to continue making these payments? And they're using what are called the soft assets, meaning the credit, well, how well have you done paying on other bills, your income, what's the likelihood that'll continue, your debt to income ratio, do you have enough margin to be able to do that? But when you talk a hard money loan, what we say is we don't really care if you have a job, we don't really care if you have great credit as long as you don't have judgments or collections that can attach to the property. What we care about is what the property is worth. So in a traditional type loan, the loan to value is going to be like 97%. In a hard money type loan, the loan to value is going to be like 70%. So rather, as a hard money lender, I'm not saying I care about your income, I care about those things. I say, no, I care that there's equity in the property, because if you don't do what you're supposed to, we're going to take that property back, resell that property and get our money back and hopefully get a little bit more. Where in a bank type situation, they're saying, what's the likelihood this guy's going to be repaid? And if a bank forecloses on a property, they typically lose money because they're typically lending at 97% of loan to value, whereas a hard money lender is lending closer to 70%. But there is one big difference. A hard money lender is typically lending on a property that's in need of repairs, not one that's in great condition. Whereas a bank is going to make sure that property's in good condition. And that's the whole reason why there's a need for hard money, is because if the property's not in good condition, you can't sell the property to somebody that's getting a loan from the bank. So if you have grandma and grandpa's house that's in really bad condition and it's got some wiring that's tore out because grandpa tried to work on it, and it's got some leaking, and it's got some the dirt's flowing towards the property, so when it rains it kind of goes into the basement. If those things are happening, you can't go sell that property to somebody that's going to go down to Bank of America or Chase or whatever and get a loan, because they won't lend on that property, because again, they're worried about the ability of that person to repay. And if that property needs a ton of work, they're saying they can't afford this. If they've got to put a bunch of money into this property, we want to make sure the property's in good condition, that they won't need to put more money in this property when they buy it. We're not going to do a loan on this. So that means the seller of that property can only sell it to somebody that's getting cash or getting hard money. And that's where hard money comes in. Hey, we can quickly get you money. We don't care about the individual's credit as long as they don't have judgments and collections. We don't care about the debt to income ratio. We care that there's equity. And if there's enough equity in that property, then we can get you a loan for purchase of the property, fix the property up, and then it can be sold to somebody that is then going to go to the bank and get one of these super nice houses that's already ready to go. And then the bank will do a loan for that. And so the investor that's getting that hard money loan is taking on some risk. They're taking away a problem from someone else. I'll take that property and I'll take care of it. They're taking on risk to do that. They're putting additional capital into that property. Lots of times they get that capital from the hard money lender, and they are then selling that property to somebody who can then go to a bank and make that process happen of getting a soft loan or getting a traditional loan. So hard money is lending based upon the hard asset, lending based upon the property, not lending based upon the individual. It's actually easy to get, but it's lending against the hard asset. So when is hard money appropriate to use? Typically, as an investor, you're going to be using hard money a lot. You're going to be using hard money in lots of cases if you're wholesaling. Sometimes you can do an assignment, and sometimes you need to bring some cash. If that's the case, you're going to use a short-term hard money type loan. Another time you're going to use that if you're doing a fix and flip. If you're fix and flipping, you're going to need money to buy it. You're going to need money for repairs. You're going to be getting a hard money loan. Another type scenario is a BRRRR type scenario where you're getting a loan for the purchase and the rehab, and then you're going to refinance that loan with a traditional lender, which will want to make sure you have good debt to income and those things. But if you do it right, the rents can actually credit towards your income if you're using a hard money loan to get that loan, and then you're doing a refinance. So that can work out really well. So those are lots of scenarios that you're going to be using a hard money loan for. Anytime the property's in need of work, a hard money loan is typically something that you're going to need to make that happen. I hope this has been very helpful. If so, please give me a thumbs up. It means a lot to me. Hit that thumbs up button and let me know you've enjoyed this. Again, if you have a question you'd like me to answer in the Just Ask Ryan Real Estate and Finance of the Day question, please type it in the comments below. Now, if you would like some help in real estate investing, if you'd like some software, if you'd like some help finding properties, if you'd like some more knowledge, some information, some tools, some resources, some forums, whatever the case may be, check us out over at dohardmoney.com. DOHARDMONEY.com. Check us out at dohardmoney.com and we can help you with those things. Otherwise, make it a very profitable day, and bye for now.